Dear students, today we are going to discuss about new lesson, structural organization of animals. We can see different types of animals in our day-to-day life. Each and every animal differ in their habit, habitat, structural organization and mode of reproduction. In this lesson, we are going to see about example of an invertebrate, that is leech. We will see the structural morphology and anatomy of leech. Next, we are going to discuss about taxonomic position of leech. It includes phylum, class, order, genus and species. It belongs to the phylum Annelida, class Hirdinia, order Gnathoptelida, genus Hirdinaria, species Granulosa. The scientific name of cattle leech is Hirdinaria granulosa. So, based on the genus and species name, we scientifically call these leech as Hirdinaria granulosa. Since Hirdinaria granulosa belongs to the phylum Annelida, and annelids are metamerically segmented worms and they have well-developed organ system. Next topic is habit and habitat of Hirdinaria granulosa. Indian cattle leech Hirdinaria granulosa is found in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Myanmar and Sri Lanka. It lives in freshwater ponds, lakes, swamps and slow streams. They are ectoparasitic and feed on the blood of fishes, frogs, cattle and human. Ectoparasite means it lives outside the body of the host, but it will not kill that animal. It is sagnivorous in nature. Sagnivorous means blood sucking. Sagnivorous animal other than leech is flea, bedbug, mosquito, etc. These are examples of sagnivorous animals. Leech can suck the blood 5 times more than their body weight. Next topic is external morphology. Now we will see the external morphology of leech. It includes shape and size, coloration, segmentation, receptors and suckers. First one, shape and size. The body of a leech is soft, vermiform. Vermiform means worm-like structure, elongated and segmented. It becomes ribbon shaped when extended and almost cylindrical when contracted. Leeches may grow to a length of 35 cm. Body is broader near the posterior end and narrower at the anterior end. Second one, coloration. Dorsal surface is olive green in color and the ventral surface is orange yellow or orange red in color. Third one, segmentation. The body of leech is metamerically divided into 33 segments, except first 2 and last 7. They are called somites. Each segment is further superficially subdivided into rings or annuli by furrows. A typical segment possesses 5 annuli. Segments with less than 5 annuli are referred to as incomplete segment. A temporary clitellum is found by 9th, 10th and 11th segment during breeding season. Now we are going to discuss about segmentation of leech. Internal and external features of the leech. Metamerism is the segment of the body. The body of leech is metamerically divided into 33 segments, one behind the other. Anterior sucker, mouth, eyes are present in first segment to 5th segment. Posterior sucker is present from 27th segment to 33rd segment. Pharynx is present between the 5th segment to 8th segment. Crop is present between the 9th to 18th segment. Stomach is present in 19th segment. Intestine is present between the 10th to 22nd segment. Rectum is present from 23rd to 26th segment. Anus is present on 26th segment. Nephridiophores are present from 6th segment to 22nd segment. Male genital aperture is present in 10th segment. Female genital aperture is present in 11th segment. It is a glandular section of the body wall present near the head in leech. It produces cocoon during the breeding season. Fourth one, receptors. On the dorsal side, there are 5 pairs of eyes on the first 5 segments. Each segment bears a number of sensory projections called receptors. There are 2 types of receptors, annular receptors and segmental receptors. Annular receptors are located in each annulus and segmental receptors are located on the first annulus of each segment. Fifth one, suckers. Leech has 2 suckers, anterior sucker and posterior sucker. The sucker located at the anterior end is called anterior sucker or oral sucker, which is ventral in position, occupying the first 5 segments. The posterior sucker is formed by the fusion of the last 7 segments. The anterior sucker helps in feeding while both the suckers helps in attachment and locomotion. Next, we are going to discuss about external apertures. First one, mouth. It is located in the middle of the anterior sucker. Second one, anus. See the bottom of the picture. Anus is a small aperture that opens on the mid-dorsal side of 26th segment. Next one, nephridiophores. See top of the picture. Nephridia open to the exterior by 17 pairs of nephridiophores. They lie ventrally on the last annulus of each segment from 6 to 22. Next one, male genital pore and female genital pore. Male genital pore is present in 10th segment and female genital pore is present in 11th segment. Next, we are going to discuss about divisions of the body. The body of leech is divided into 6 regions: cephalic region, preclitellar region, clitellar region, middle region, caudal region and posterior sucker. Already we discussed 33 segments are present in leech. The first to 5th segment includes cephalic region. 6th, 7th and 8th segments are called preclitellar region before the clitellum. The clitellar region includes 9th, 10th and 11th segments. Middle region 12th to 22nd segment. Caudal region, it means hind region, 23rd to 26th segment. Posterior sucker is present from 27th segment to 33rd segment. Next, we are going to discuss about body wall. Body wall of leech includes 5 layers. First one, cuticle, it is outermost layer. Epidermis, which lies below the cuticle. Below the epidermis, dermis is present. Muscular layer formed of circular and longitudinal muscles. Botryoidal tissue lies beneath longitudinal muscles and fills the entire coelom around the gut. Next topic is locomotion. Locomotion in leech takes place by looping or crawling movement and swimming movement. Looping or crawling movement. It is performed by the muscles and suckers initially. The leech attaches its posterior sucker tightly onto the substratum, relieved by the slimy secretion of suckers. Initially, contraction of circular muscles and relaxation of longitudinal muscles takes place, so that interior part of the body is extended forward as far as possible. Then the leech attaches its anterior sucker. Now the relaxation of circular muscles and contraction of longitudinal muscle releases. Its posterior end is moved forward close to the anterior end. The body is raised up in the middle, forming a loop, and the whole process is repeated. Next one, swimming movement. Leeches swims very actively and perform undulating movements in water. During swimming, the body becomes dorsoventrally flattened and perform successive undulating movements. Next topic we are going to discuss about digestive system. The digestive system includes the long alimentary canal and the digestive glands. The alimentary canal of leech is straight tube running from the mouth to the anus. Mouth is a triradiate aperture situated in the middle of the anterior sucker that leads into the small buccal cavity. The wall of the buccal cavity bears 3 jaws with single row of minute teeth. The jaws are provided with papillae which bear the mouth openings of salivary glands. Mouth and buccal cavity occupy the first 5 segments. The buccal cavity leads into muscular pharynx. It is surrounded by salivary glands. The secretion of saliva contains hirudin. Hirudin is a substance which prevents the coagulation of blood. Pharynx leads into crop through a short and narrow esophagus. Esophagus leads to crop. Crop is the largest portion of the alimentary canal. It is divided into a series of 10 chambers. The 10 chambers communicate with one another through a circular apertures surrounded by a sphincters. A pair of lateral backwardly directed cecae arises as blind outgrowth from each chamber known as ceca or diverticula. Crop and its diverticula can store large amount of blood which can be slowly digested. It may take more than a year for the complete digestion and absorption of a full meal. Next topic we are going to discuss about food, feeding and digestion. Majority of leeches eat blood. Certain species of leeches consume decaying plant material or various worms and insects. The leech feeds by sucking the blood of cattle and other domestic animals. During feeding, the leech attaches itself to its victim strongly by the posterior sucker. The leech makes a triradiate or Y-shaped incision in the skin of the host by the jaws protrude through the mouth. The blood is sucked by muscular pharynx and the salivary secretion is poured. The ingested blood is stored in crop chambers and its diverticulum. Then the blood passes from the crop into the stomach. In the stomach, the digestion takes place with the help of proteolytic enzyme. The digested blood is then absorbed slowly by the intestine. The undigested food is stored in rectum and digested through anus. Leeches prevent blood clotting by secreting a protein called hirudin. They also inject an anesthetic substance that prevents the host from feeling their bite. Next topic we are going to discuss about respiratory system of leech. Leeches do not have any specific respiratory organs. Respiration takes place through the skin in leech. All leeches breathe through their body walls and have eye spots on their head to detect light. There are no true blood vessels in leeches. Dense network of tiny blood vessels called as capillaries containing hemocylic fluid extend in between the cells of epidermis. In leech, the blood vessels are represented by coelomic channels filled with blood-like fluid. It is called hemocylic fluid. The exchange of respiratory gases takes place by diffusion. Oxygen dissolved in water diffuses through the skin into hemocylic fluid, while carbon dioxide diffuses out. The skin is kept moist and slimy due to secretion of mucus, which also prevents it from drying. Now we are going to discuss about circulatory system. Already we discussed about hemocylic system, hemocylic channels. Okay, in leech, circulation is brought about by hemocylic system. There are no true blood vessels. The blood vessels are replaced by the channels called hemocylic channels or canals filled with blood-like fluid. The coelomic fluid contains hemoglobin. See, in leech there are 4 longitudinal channels are present. One channel lies above the alimentary canal is called dorsal vessel. Below the alimentary canal is called ventral vessel. The other 2 channels on either side of the alimentary canal which serve as heart and have inner walls. The central nervous system of leech consists of a nerve ring and a paired ventral nerve cord. First you have to understand about ganglia. See, they contain cell bodies of neurons and glial cells supported by connective tissue. The nerve rings surround the pharynx and is formed suprapharyngeal ganglion. It is present above the pharynx. Circumpharyngeal connective ganglia around the pharynx and subpharyngeal ganglion. The subpharyngeal ganglion lies below the pharynx and is formed by the fusion of 4 pairs of ganglia. Next, excretory system. In leech, excretion takes place by segmentally arranged paired tubules called nephridia. So, nephridia is the excretory organ of leech. There are 17 pairs of nephridia which open out by nephridiophores from 6th to 22nd segments. Students, next topic we are going to discuss about reproductive system. Leech is a hermaphrodite animal because it contains both male and female reproductive organs are present in the same individual. They never shows self-fertilization. Cross-fertilization takes place by copulation. Male reproductive system. So, what are the male reproductive organs? Testis, vas efferents, vas deferens, epididymis, ejaculatory duct and genital atrium. These are called male reproductive organs. In this, first we are going to discuss about testis sac. There are 11 pairs of testes, 1 pair in each segment from 12 to 22 segments. They are in the form of spherical sacs called testis sac. Second one, vas efferents. From each testis arises a short duct called vas efferens which join the vas deferens. Next one, vas deferens. It becomes convoluted to form the epididymis or sperm vesicle to store spermatozoa. Next part is epididymis. Both the vas deferens in 10 segments swell to form a highly convoluted mass called the epididymis. The 2 epididymis serve to store spermatozoa. Next one, ejaculatory duct. The epididymis leads to a short duct called ejaculatory duct. The ejaculatory ducts on both sides join to form from the genital atrium. The atrium consists of 2 regions, the coiled prostate gland and the pineal sac consisting of penis that opens through the male genital pore. Next one, female reproductive system. Female reproductive organs are ovaries, ovisacs, oviduct, common oviducts and vagina. Ovisac. There is a single pair of hollow globular coelomic sacs situated ventrally in 11th segment on the ventral side of 10th and 11th segment. Ovaries. Each ovisac is filled with coelomic fluid in which a minute, delicate, coil thread-like a nucleated ovary floats, from which ova are budded. Next one, oviduct. The oviducts of two sides join together to form a common oviduct. The common oviduct opens into a pear-shaped vagina which lies midventrally in the posterior part of the 11th segment. Next we are going to discuss about development of leech. In leech, internal fertilization takes place. Internal fertilization means fusion of male and female gamete takes place inside the female's body. This is followed by cocoon formation. Cocoon is also known as egg case, which is formed around the 9th, 10th and 11th segments. Development is direct and proceeds in cocoon which contain 1 to 24 embryos. Young leech resembling the adult emerges. Parasitic adaptations of leech. Leeches lead a parasitic mode of life by sucking the blood of vertebrates and show several important adaptations in their structure. What are parasites? They depend on other organisms for their food and shelter. First adaptation, blood is sucked by pharynx. Second one, anterior and posterior ends of the body are provided with suckers by which the animal attaches itself to the body of the host. The three jaws inside the mouth causes a painless Y-shaped wound in the skin of the host. The salivary glands produce hirudin which does not allow the blood to coagulate. Thus, a continuous supply of blood is maintained. Parapodia and setae are completely absent, they are locomotory organs. Blood is stored in the crop. It gives nourishment to the leech for several months. Due to this reason, there is no elaborate secretion of the digestive juices and enzymes. Next, we are going to discuss about medicinal values of leech. Leeches are useful to treat nervous system abnormalities, dental problems, skin diseases, infections, etc. Leeches are effective in increasing blood circulation and breaking of blood clots. It is surprising that they can be used to treat cardiovascular diseases. Biochemical substances derived from leech saliva are used for preparation of drugs that can treat hypertension. Give the scientific name of Indian cattle leech. Write the taxonomic position of Indian cattle leech. How does leech suck blood from the host? Leeches do not have an elaborate secretion of digestive juices and enzymes. Why? What is the significance of clitellum? List out the parasitic adaptations of leech. Do well, students.